Before I get into the actual scaling of the verse, I must first actually go over what is canon to both the comics and shows for My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Obviously, both the TV show and the movie are canon to one another, so they are applicable for scaling. However, we have the comics, which is canon to the show as stated multiple times by multiple authors. This can also let us go over the many crossovers between My Little Pony and the other IDW works. Inside of Twilight's library are the book worlds, which are confirmed to be entire narratives or universes that are fictional to the ponies. It is even verbatim stated that the ponies' mythology would work similarly to the Lovecraft mythos, which would be consistent due to the fact that the ponies have crossed over with Transformers, which is canon to the show as well as the comics. The IDW Transformers had crossed over with the Cthulhu mythos, which would only make this line of scaling even more consistent. In the crossover itself, the My Little Pony world is stated to be another dimension compared to the Transformers world. This would make the My Little Pony world a higher dimension compared to the Transformers one, but I will get into that far later. Now, because the My Little Pony world upscales both the Cthulhu mythos and the IDW Transformers world, how about we scale both of these worlds to see how strong the My Little Pony cosmology is compared to that. However, I'm going to leave a link to the Cthulhu cosmology down in the description somewhere else. Because, to be honest with you, the Cthulhu mythos is a far too complex cosmology for me to get into in just this video. So I'm going to scale the Transformers cosmology, which has infinite higher dimensions. If you don't believe in that, there are at least 17 to 21 dimensions in Transformers. These dimensions have qualitative superiority due to the fact that planecrons are mechanical life forms that exist within a two-dimensional world that was lower and more limited compared to the 3D world. More importantly, we have a reference to a brain cosmology being used in Transformers, as the planetron's evolution turned them into a brain world. This would make the Transformers cosmology a hyperversal construct. And since the realm of the primes is above all of this would make the realm of the primes a low outerversal construct. This is very important as both Optimus and Megatron scale to Regenesis Shockwave, a character who removed the concepts of was, used to be, and the past from existence. Shockwave even threatened to remove the concept of death from existence. Shockwave being above these non-tangible concepts would mean that he is low outerversal, which would be consistent with the scaling I gave for the realm of the primes. Even if you don't believe in that, Optimus Prime defeated a character who had the full power of a multiverse known as the Void, which would obviously transcend these hyperversal universes and still consistently giving Optimus a low outerversal level of attack potency. And since the My Little Pony world is a higher dimension compared to the Transformers world, this would mean it would upscale the previous scaling, making the My Little Pony world a outerversal realm. Now to get onto the actual cosmology of My Little Pony itself, because it would automatically be far stronger than the Transformers one. This is because there are infinite universes as well as infinite timelines within the cosmology. Luna herself can fuse together all the dreams within Ponyville, which have infinite timelines within them, which also upscale the IDW Transformers cosmology, meaning she can fuse an infinite number of outerversal dreams together. There's also the fact that Pony of Shadows is stated to be able to destroy the entire multiverse, which would mean he is also outerversal. If you remember from the start of the video, Twilight's library has books within them which are entire narratives or universes. We also see that IDW itself is within her library, which means the My Little Pony world would upscale the entire IDW cosmology, which is linked to Cthulhu mythos, Transformers, Dungeons and Dragons, Godzilla, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Unfortunately for you Godzilla Hell fans, God Mountain only created everything that is in the Godzilla multiverse. The only other statements you can use to push this false narrative are extremely inconsistent. But to give you the benefit of the doubt, both Power Rangers and Godzilla are connected, and there is some potential outerversal scaling for Power Rangers, which Godzilla could leech off of. However, being potentially outerversal is not the same as directly being outerversal, and even if they were outerversal, this would only upscale My Little Pony further. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, this is the bullshit I was talking about, so see ya!